All right, we are live for MLB Picks for the July 10th slate on the Wednesday here. Hopping into the recap. Look, Dodgers Phillies over 9. That was shout out the Phillies for doing all the work. I mean, Dodgers, I believe it was 10-1 final. So shout out the Phillies for absolutely putting it on Bobby Miller. That was an impressive. I mean, even for Bobby Miller's standards, that was awful. Um, the A's get it done. Took a little bit, but got there in the sixth, and that game just soared over. Tons of overs yesterday. It was Weather was perfect, and teams actually showed up and did their jobs there. So that was nice. The Rangers, that was rough. To go up 4-1, had the bases loaded. They get 3 runs, so that was solid. But Scherzer looked rough. Logan O'Hoppe, 2 solo bombs off of him. Just put it on him. That was rough. Langford didn't get the home run. He did hit one, I think, about 7-8 feet short of the wall though. So that was a little brutal. But Blue Jays, man, they had it. They allowed the Giants to tie it up in the ninth, 3-3, so we could get to extras, and they wild pitch, lose the game on a wild pitch. So that was brutal. They got what they deserved there. And the Baez under half a hit. That hits. He goes 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch last night. So we do net a little bit, but could have been a much better night after the 3-0 start. Hopping into today's, we have Royals at Cardinals. Day game. I believe it's at 1:45 Eastern, 12:45 Central. I'm going to be on the Cardinals money line here. Michael Waka is 2-5 on the road this year, decision wise, and the Royals are 2-6 overall in his starts. So it's not been very kind to him. And Royals versus righties the last 2 weeks are slashing 266, 314, 462 with a 196 ISO, 6.5% walk rate with a 17.5% K rate, 112 WRC plus. They are putting the ball in the air, 41% fly ball, and a 33.5% hard hit rate. And the wind is blowing out there today again too, I believe. It's gonna be another day for good conditions. Yeah, it's 80 degrees with a 9 miles an hour blowing out to right field. St. Louis last 2 weeks versus righties, they're slashing 260, 322, and 390 with a 130 ISO, 20.5% K rate with a 7% walk rate, 105 WRC plus. They're also putting the ball in the air. They had a 40% fly ball with a 31% hard hit rate. If we look at the bullpens here, Kansas City last 7 days, they have a 467 FIP with a 470 XFIP, so they're about right on point. And that's also, I believe they're bottom 7 in dang near everything. Uh, yep, they're seventh in the XFIP today, and the rest of the bullpen, they're allowing teams to slash 325, 413, and 500 with a 21% K rate, 13% walk rate, and a 30% hard hit rate. So they're either striking you out. They walk a lot of guys, and teams are just smacking them around. They are bottom. God, even I think everything, batting average, on base, and slug, they are second highest for average, second highest on base, and they have the sixth highest slugging percentage today. So this bullpen's just been in rough shape. Just letting teams do whatever they want. If you look at the Cardinals bullpen, they've got a 342 FIP with a 431 XFIP, so they're also not doing too good. They're about 13th, so about middle of the pack roughly in that aspect. But opposing teams are slashing 257, 319, and 352. They have a 15.5% K rate with an 8% walk rate and a 28% hard hit rate. So they're kind of struggling there too. Not a high strikeout rate. Decent amount of walks, but at least teams are kind of being held in check. It's again middle of the road roughly for them, with in that aspect 14th in average and 17th in on base. So they're I'm sorry, 13th in on base. So they're doing fairly well, much better than the Cardinals bullpen has been doing. And yeah, just overall, I looked at this and I did not want to back the Royals. Their road offense has been abysmal. Um, they've scored. The Royals offense has scored 24 runs in their last 10 road games, including a series in Colorado. They had 10 in a game in Colorado, so they've got 14 runs in their last 9 to 10 road games. So they've been in very rough shape. Three or less in 8 of the 10, and they've been run lined or lost by 2+ in all 8 of those losses on the road. They've been in rough shape, and if we look at overall in their last 10, they've got 46 runs for their home and road, but in 3 of those they had 10, 8, and 10. So if you take away the 28, they've got um, yeah, they've got about 24 runs in 7 games. So their offense has been struggling. Early game, Waka, they don't have success with him on the bump. I took the Cardinals here on the money line to just get it done early in the day to start us off. Headed to Detroit again. I'm running it back. I'm taking Javi Baez under a half a hit plus 125. Tanner Bybee versus righties on the road this season. He's allowing them a 120 batting average with a 165 on base and 200 slug, 33% K rate and only a 5% walk rate. So he's striking you out, or it's just going to be a ground out or a little pop out. He hasn't given up much success versus righties all year on the road. Baez is 1 of 5 lifetime off Bybee, and versus righties at home, he's slashing 147, 181, and a 191, 14% K rate and a 5% walk rate. I know the wind is blowing out today to center field, but Baez just does not have success versus righties, and Bybee has been very good versus righties on the road. And if we look at the bullpen here, last 7 days, Cleveland is, where are they? They do have a little bit of problems against righties, but Baez batting 8th in the lineup. 7th or 8th is generally a spot. He's not gonna get many shots at it later in the game, and he just doesn't really put the ball in play very hard. I mean, he doesn't hit it hard. He doesn't rope it into gaps or nothing. It's generally a ground out, strikeout, somewhere around there. So I'm just running back his under hit today for 125. Then the next game, excuse me, going to Tampa. I am on Stroman over 2.5 walks plus 140 here. Stroman has had 3+ walks in his last 3 road games and 5 of his last 7 on the road. Versus lefties, he's got a 15.5% walk rate this season and a 9.7% walk rate versus righties. The Rays versus righties last week have the highest walk percentage at 11.7%, and they start 4 to 5 lefties and a switch hitter, so they should have a decent advantage there against Stroman to keep these walks going. I mean, Stroman hasn't been sharp; he's been a walk machine, and the Rays have drawn the walks. They've got 3+ walks in 5 of their last 6 games versus righty starters, and 6 of the last 8 overall. So they're seeing the ball well out of their hand. They can't cash in any of these runs. They struggle in that aspect, but they can draw the walks, and Stroman's going to give it to them if they just take him. So I played the over 2.5 walks for Stroman in this one at plus 140. Next one, it is Patrick Corbin Day in New York. His last 4 road games at the Mets, he's allowed 4, 7, 1, and 4, dating back to 2022. And his last 5 games versus the Mets overall, he's allowed 1, 2, 4, 8, and 6. So he's been getting touched up from the Mets, and we know the Mets are destroy lefties. Versus lefties the last 3 weeks, they're slashing 287, 344 with a 528, and a 211 ISO, 148 WRC plus, 29% hard hit with a 39.5% fly ball rate, which is perfect because the weather is perfect in New York for for scoring today. It's blown out to left field at 18 plus miles an hour, and it's 80 degrees. So um, you combine that with this lineup that's had success for Corbin. They're 69 of 221 overall lifetime. That's good for 312 batting average, 561 slug, and a 393 WOBA. 22% strikeout rate and a 7% walk rate. The expected numbers are also really good versus Corbin. You've got a 309 expected to get batting average, 540 expected slug, 387 expected WOBA. They've got 13 homers and 28 extra base hits off of him also. So they've always seen Corbin well. They always hit him up, and I think it's going to continue today. The Mets last 8 games versus righties, they've scored 3-5, 1-1, 3-10, 3 and 4. So they've been tagging these lefty starters when they get them, and you're going to combine this weather, perfect for hitting. Patrick Corbin, Mets are tagging lefties, and they've scored 6+ in 6 of their last 11, including 2 of 4 at Washington earlier this month. So I like the Mets to keep it rolling. I mean, we know they don't score much at home, or they struggle at home more offensively. But they just scored, I think it was 6 or 7 last night. Now you're going to wheel Corbin in there on what seems to be a launching pad day. I just think the Mets keep it rolling here. I think they're going to get 6-7 runs again. I think they're just going to dominate them. So I took the Mets over 5.5 at plus 110 today. And then the final game of the day that I'm on for now is the Rangers team total over 4.5. We saw a full BP day yesterday from the Angels. Rangers took advantage early with 4, and then they just couldn't do anything else after that. But they did get the 5th run eventually there. They've gone over 4.5 in 6 of their last 10, including 18 runs in this series off of the Rangers. Wait, nope, that's wrong because they had 5 yesterday. Quick math. 14 runs, sorry. They got 14 runs in this series. So they're just going to keep rolling, I think. I mean, it's Griffin Canning, first of all. His earned runs at home this season, from most recent to earliest, is 4 against Detroit, 1 against Oakland, 4 against Milwaukee, 3 against the Yankees. St. Louis got 1, KC 0, but 4 for Philly, 3 for Baltimore, 4 for Boston. He gets touched up at home, and now you're going to have a kind of a fizzled bullpen a little bit after yesterday. It won't be full strength. Winds out to right field at 7+, and it's 85 degrees. I just think it's going to be another Mets day or Rangers day where they just keep scoring and beat up Griffin Canning. It's not like he's had success or strikes fear into anyone. Rangers have really started seeing lefties well, or righties well. I believe they are top 10 again. They're 9th. Yep. So they're moving up. They're finally starting to hit the ball, see the ball. Wyatt Langford almost hit a home run yesterday. He was about 8-9 feet short roughly, and this Angels bullpen is just in rough shape. And then you're going to need all you can out of Canning, and he's been in rough shape. So I'm taking the Rangers to get 5 runs here today. I think they're going to put it on the Angels, but I am scarred from last night, so I didn't want to play the run lines. So, and Lorenzen is not really a guy I want to put a lot of faith in either. So just give me the Rangers team total here at over 4.5 today. Going over the plays that I have today, we have the Cardinals money line to start the day. Baez under half a hit at plus 125. Stroman over 2.5 walks at plus 140. Mets over 5.5 at plus 110. And the Rangers over 4.5 at minus 125. So that's going to do it. If I do have any other plays, I will tweet them out under this video or at some point today. But this will probably do it for me. If anything, I may just add another day game just to kind of make the day at work go by quicker. But this is what I'm on, and yeah, I like it. So thanks for watching, and let's cash some tickets.